Good morning, everybody. Hi, this is Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Midland, Texas, and it's not so hot here today. We're having a little cool front. It's only going to be 97 today. Woohoo! We are so excited about that. So, as usual, Facebook is being weird about my video today. And I am struggling to turn my camera sideways, which you guys know is the way I prefer to do my videos. But after struggling with it for the last 30 minutes, I decided to let it go, and we're just going to enjoy our time together with me vertical instead of horizontal and probably upside down. So we'll do the best we can, okay? So I'm so excited to be with you tonight. Thanks for coming. I am going to pull my camera up here. Big hi, Lori. Thanks for watching. Aw, my sweet husband. You're looking great. Thanks, Jim. You know, the stupid Facebook camera won't turn sideways, but that's okay. I'm not gonna let that drive me crazy. So I promise not to talk about it anymore. It is what it is. So, thanks for joining me. I see a lot of people coming on. Let me know that you're here and where you're from. I love to hear people tell me where they're from. It's always so much fun. So there are a lot of great things going on with Stampin' Up right now and with me. So let's just get started with some of the specials and things going on. So first of all, bonus days ends today. Today's the last day. You can get a $5 off coupon for placing an order of $50 or more in my online store or through me in any way. There are some people who have reached out to me and said, how do I find my coupons? Well, when you placed your order, you should have immediately gotten, of $50 or more, you should have immediately gotten an email that says this: Stampin' Up, you earned a bonus days coupon. In that email or emails, you will see your codes. It's very important that you have those codes, because when you place an order in August, those codes are going to go in and take $5 off for every code that you put in. So if you placed $200 of orders with me this last month, woo woo, you get $20 off any order you place in August. And I have some great specials coming up, so I can't wait to show you that. So that's what you're going to look for. You're going to look for an email that says you earned a bonus days coupon, and I always flag them, and then I know where to find them next month, starting tomorrow when I need them for my orders. And I'm going to be placing some big orders because the holiday catalog is going live on Wednesday for demonstrators, people on a team. And you know what? This is a great time to get on a team because our holiday catalog is always the bomb. And let me tell you, I want you to look at my list. This is my list of things that I want from the holiday catalog. Look at all that. Look at the backside. Tons of stuff, right? So I love. I don't know if I've ever loved a holiday catalog as much as I love this one. So if you are on a team, if you're what they call a demonstrator, which might just mean a discount shopper, right? Then you can get 20% off all your orders after your starter kit, and you can start buying from the holiday catalog right now. How exciting is that? So great time to be a demonstrator. Also, month of August, Stampin' Up is having a 30% off all kit sale. Up to 30% off. So it must not be all of the kits, but kits are on sale in August. Woo woo, right? So if you are interested in stocking up on some kits in August 1st through August the 30th. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for joining us. They are on sale, okay? So stock up on some fun kits. They're only on sale in August. Now, here is the big news. On August 15th, it will be my 15th anniversary of becoming a Stampin' Up demonstrator. That's a golden anniversary, right? And it's a big deal. So all month long, I'm offering specials on top of the special that Stampin' Up! Is already offering on the kits. How exciting is this? So, let me tell you about these. This is my 15th anniversary specials. Can you guys see them? Maybe you want to take a screenshot of that. I don't know. First week, August 1st through the 7th, I'll be offering 20% off all adhesives. 20% off all adhesives, okay? That is amazing. That is my almost all of my profit right there. I'm just giving right back to you. August 8th to the 17th, I'm giving you 15% off your total order. Any orders placed between August 8th and 15th will give you 15% off your total order. August 16th through the 23rd, I'm giving free shipping to anybody who places an order August 16th through the 23rd. And August 24th through the 31st, the last week, I'm giving a free 6x6 package of DSP for any orders over $50. But here's the exciting thing. Do you see at the bottom that says weekly prize patrols? Every week, I'm going to pull a name out of the hat of somebody who placed an order with me the previous week, and I have tons of fun bundles, punches, product to give away as a prize patrol. So, who wants to shop with me in August? I hope you do, because these specials are mine alone for my 15th golden anniversary with Stampin' Up! I love Stampin' Up! Obviously, I wouldn't have stayed with this company for 15 years if I didn't love it. And I hope you will, yay, Amy, I hope you will join me in celebrating my golden anniversary and shop with me this month and get some of those awesome discounts that are coming up. Okay, the next thing I need to tell you about is that, every week I give away a stack of cards to people who like my video, share my video, comment on my video, and because I want to celebrate you guys for watching me every week. So this week's winner is Cindy Howard. Cindy Howard earned my, what was that? What was it called? Oh my gosh. Little Dreamers. Little Dreamers card. Oh no, I hope I didn't lose you. Are you still there? It did the little spinny thing, so that got me scared. Yay, okay. So it looks like everyone's still here. So Cindy Howard, I don't know you, but if you will PM me your address, and I would be happy to send these cards to you in the mail. So, oh my gosh, how much fun is this, you guys? We've got a lot going on. Okay, so like I said, Facebook is being dumb again, and I can't flip my camera horizontally, so we're just going to have to make this work the way it is. So give me a second. I'm going to move my camera down, and I'm going to start stamping with you because I am super excited. There we go. That will have to work. I've got to give an idea here of where my center space is. Okay, this hand needs to go a little bit this way, maybe. There we go. Okay, so here we go. We are going to use the stamp set Just My Type. Just My Type. I just bought it last month when we had our big stamp sale, and I've been wanting this for a long time, and I think I have made 3 adorable cards for you. Now, you know that you can get a kit. You can get a card kit to make 6 cards, 2 each of the 3 designs that I'm going to show you with any order of $35 or more. You guys, just imagine this week you can get kits on sale, you can get adhesives on sale, and you can get the card kit to go, all for an order of $35 or more. Okay, if you order 50 or more, I always throw in a little embellishment surprise for you as well. You need to email me your orders, though, you guys, because Stampin' Up! Doesn't know I'm offering this deal to my customers. This is a special through me. So if you will email me your orders or text me your orders or PM me your orders, I will place your order for you and take the discount off. If you go on directly They will not know that I'm giving my customers a sale on adhesives or 15% off their order. So every week this month, if you would like to place an order with me to get those deals, you need to email me at judyltuttle@gmail.com. judyltuttle@gmail.com. You can go to TuttleUpShop.com to see what you want. Everything will be there. Okay, so we're going to make some great cards with this Just My Type. I'm going to show them to you really quickly because I think you're going to love them. And then we will make them together. I'll show you how I made them. So this is the first one. You hold the key to my heart. And I love how the flowers are popping out of the little typewriter. Isn't that just so adorable? And I do have something to put inside that one, but I haven't done it on my model here. The second one, I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. Look at all the bling on that. These iridescent gems. I got that dazzling detailed paper going on there. And this is a sweet sorbet card with some in colors. The last year's in colors. And this might be my favorite one. This is a fun little thank you card that opens like a wallet. Here, let me untie this. And there's a little space right here for a gift card. Isn't that fun? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the easiest one first and then work my way to this wallet card, which honestly is not hard. Who thinks I can tie my special bows even upside down? Let's see here if that's going to be possible. Watch out, folks. She's an expert. Look at that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the typewriter card. Oh, sorry, hit my camera. Typewriter card with the flowers coming out of it. How does that sound? Okay. So let me get my stuff organized here before I knock everything over and down and around. All right. So I have a piece of cardstock that is Pretty Peacock. It is 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored it down the middle at the 5 1/2 mark, and that gives me that standard A4 card that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is a standard card in Stampin' Up's. Fits all of our Stampin' Up, envelopes and that sort of thing. Standard envelopes. Okay, so this paper comes from, isn't that fun? It has the typewriter keys on one side, and it has this cute little heart. But look, every once in a while they colored one of the hearts pink, and I think that is just adorable. That comes from the paper pack that is called, it's the really thick one with all the fun prints, this one right here, and it's called Delightfully Eclectic. It is it is 4 times as many papers as you would normally get in a paper pack. Fun, bright colors. I've shown you guys that before. And originally, I was going to use, hi Jackie, thanks for coming. Originally, I was going to use this side because I liked the typewriter keys. But then when I put it all together, it just seemed to distract from my typewriter and everything in the middle. So we're going to use this cute little heart design that has the pink hearts on it. And I'm going to grab some Seal Plus here. So I learned, I don't know if any of you have struggled every once in a while with your Seal Plus coming off track. And I learned last week that the trick is you really need to go slow. If you go really fast, you're going to pull it sideways and that runner's going to come off the tape runner. So take your time. No need to rush, okay? Now, I have a piece of basic white, and this is cut 2 3/4 by 4. Let me double check that. 2 3/4 by 4, okay? I'm going to start, let me get my rubber mat here since we're stamping with photopolymer. And I've got that saying that says, you hold the key to my heart. And I'm going to stamp that at the bottom using Memento black ink right here at the bottom. You hold the key to my heart right there. Perfect. I love the American typewriter font on that too, don't you? Then, again, using that Memento black ink, I'm going to ink up the flowers. And I'm going to stamp them kind of towards the top here. Give plenty of room for my typewriter to go underneath it, okay? And then I pulled out some blends, and I pulled them all out from the same color family that Pretty Peacock is in. I'm gonna shut that Memento real quick. So I have my Pretty Peacock. I have a Real Red. I have a Berry Burst. And I have a Daffodil Delight. I wished I'd had a Crushed Curry, but I don't have a Crushed Curry blends. I'm not even sure they make Crushed Curry blends, because if they did, I feel like I would have it. So what I'm going to do is just color these leaves with my Pretty Peacock. So I hope you guys all had a great weekend. We had my father-in-law, Glenn Tuttle's funeral on Saturday, and it was so sweet. Jim and his 3 siblings all got up and pretty much ran the funeral on their own, told stories about their dad and things they loved about their dad. It was really sweet. There was a nice video that my son-in-law put together for him, and all the grandkids contributed to that, and that was super fun. So I'm coloring now this tulip looking flower yellow. Daffodil Delight is what that is. And then I'm going to take my Real Red and do this flower here. So I'm just pulling in those regal colors, except for the Daffodil Delight, but it goes with it really well, I think. And it was a super nice ceremony. Nice to see lots of extended family that we hadn't seen. So this is Berry Burst, and I'm just using the light of each one of those just to give them all some color there, okay? Now, I'm going to take my heart that comes in the set, and I'm going to use some Real Red. And I'm just going to stamp some hearts kind of around my, there we go. Looks like there might be a little something on the corner there of my red. So I'm going to try that again. This one's going to go down here, and it's okay that it overlaps my words. You'll still be able to see the words through it. And then down here, about right there. Okay, the next thing is that I'm going to take my Memento Black and a scrap of white, and I am going to stamp a black typewriter in Memento Black. Okay, and I'm going to stamp it right the middle of that white piece right there. And I'm going to fussy cut that out. So I would get my scissors. It's super easy to cut around. I know a lot of people don't like to fussy cut. I don't mind. But I'm just going to get it started here. But to save some time, it really is not that hard. You probably don't even need to save time, but I'm going to, because I already have one cut out right here. And I am going to pop that up so it looks like those flowers are coming out of the typewriter. Isn't that cute? So let me grab my dimensionals. Going to put 3 dimensionals on the back. I could put more or less probably, and it would be fine. right there. So cute, isn't that? Now, what else I did is I took some of our silver twine, and this is our elegant trim. It comes in silver and gold, and I'm just tying it in a loose bow. Pull my ends here a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to take a glue dot and pop it on the back. And normally I would be kind of worried about getting that glue dot hidden, but I'm going to tuck this underneath right here so that just the bow, so you're not going to see that glue dot at all. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to like trim these ends off a little shorter. I'm going to adhere this. Hi, Jeannie. Thanks for coming. I'm going to adhere this right here in the middle. Isn't that adorable? I just love this paper. I love that whole paper pack. And then I have some of our iridescent gems. I'm going to grab my pick tool here, and I'm going to scatter these gems kind of around my typewriter here, wherever you want, really. You could even put them in the flowers. So I'm going to put it, maybe I'll put this one down here this time. All right, and then I'm going to pop that up in the center of my card. Hi, Monica. You guys are just making my heart happy. Everyone who's tuning in. It's so much fun when people tune in and I can actually talk to them while I'm stamping. It kind of feels like I'm not so alone here. Okay, so I've put some dimensionals on the back side of this one. And I am going to add this to the center of my card right here. There we go. Now, for the inside of this, we have a choice, and you guys can help me with that choice, okay? Put my dimensionals back up there so I don't lose them. I have a piece of basic white, and we can do either way. I cut one strip. Let's see if I can find that one here. Here we go. I cut one strip where I have the letters at the bottom, the typewriter letters, so we could adhere that to the bottom. That might be kind of cute. Or we could adhere the hearts to the bottom and bring that from the inside. So let's make a quick vote. Vote on letters or vote on hearts. Which one would you think? Letters or hearts? Letters or hearts? I'm going to give us, place your vote, letters, letters, hearts. We're 50-50 letters. Letters. So far, letters. Oh, now we're 3-2. Letters to hearts. Letters. Okay, we're going to go with the letters. Letters win. If you didn't get your vote in, you're too late. So let's put the letters at the bottom. I think it kind of brings that little typewriter feel to the inside. There we go. And place that across the bottom. Add some adhesive to the back side. Here we go. Let's adhere this to the inside of our card right here. Isn't that fun? Super easy, super fun. And you hold the key to my heart. That's adorable, right? And you know what? Why don't we do this on the inside? Why don't we add a little heart on the inside at the bottom? That would be cute, wouldn't it? Hi, Renee. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to bring back that heart in my real red. And let's just put a little heart Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I hope you love it too. Love your hearts and your likes if you could. And that's card number 1. How fun is that? Do you love it? And this is the one I did the inside with. I'll save this one for this one over here later on. But you will get in your kit enough to make 2 of these, okay? Now, let's go to the next card. The next card is my rainbow card. And it is pretty super easy too. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. So, just dropped one of my white pieces on the floor, but I can recover that. I took a piece of sweet sorbet cardstock, and I cut it 5.5 by 8.5, scored it down the middle at 4 1/4. So it's a side opening card, and that still gives me a finished card that's 4 1/4 by 5.5. Then I took a panel that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through the embossing machine with an embossing folder that is called Just My Type. Do you see how I'm bringing all this together? So it's kind of a time-worn type. It's not Just My Type. It's called time-worn type. And so it just kind of gives that typewriter, time-worn typewriter feel. And I'm going to adhere that right here to the front of my card base. Okay. Make sure your words are going the right way. Of course, since I'm stamping upside down, it will make it kind of crazy, but that's okay. There we go. Then I have 2 pieces here. I have an Orchid Oasis that is 2.5 by 4.5. 2.5 by 4.5. And then this piece of basic white is cut just a little bit smaller. So 2 3/8 by 4 3/8 is my basic white. Okay. I'm going to bring in just a piece of typewriter paper here. And this is going to be kind of hard to do upside down, but I feel like I can make it happen. Okay. So I'm taking my Memento black ink, and I'm going to start by stamping a rainbow right smack in the middle. There we go. And then 2 on either side. Okay. Then I'm going to stamp 2 in between those 2. Like that. And then I'm going to go back up here and repeat what I did before. 1 in the center. And 1 on each side. My rainbows. I'm going to go to the bottom, put 1 in the middle of each of those other rainbows, and then repeat that action right here with 1 on each side of that middle. There we go. There are my rainbows, my rainbow connection. All right. So now for each of those rainbows, I've decided to go with my markers. So markers are just more water-based. And to be honest, I wasn't thinking about the fact that I use Memento ink, and supposedly they say you shouldn't if you're using markers. But you know what? I did not have any trouble at all using my markers with my Memento black ink, okay? So I actually looked up on the internet the order of the rainbow, because I always forget that. So I'm skipping a couple of them because it doesn't have that many stripes. So I'm starting with my sweet sorbet, and my top of each of my rainbow is going to be sweet sorbet. And I'm coloring it just with my markers. I could have used blends. There would have been nothing, but I wanted just a more solid color. I didn't feel like it really had to have the blends. So we're using markers this time. I don't give my markers enough love. I don't know about you guys, but since the blends came out, I tend to forget how bright and beautiful and bold the markers color. So each of the top of these rainbows is going to be Sweet Sorbet. There's supposed to be some yellow and orange, I think, in between the Sweet Sorbet and the green, but we're going with our ink colors because they're so good. They're pretty close to those rainbow colors. Okay. Again here. Do you have a favorite ink color? Right now, my favorite ink color is this year's ink color, Boho Blue. But I loved these colors. These are last year's ink colors. They will go away in May of this year. So every year, Stampin' Up! Brings out 5 new colors to add to the collection, and then it retires the 5 that had been in the collection for the last 2 years. So we get to rotate some new, fresh, fun colors in the collection every year. Okay, so there's all my Sweet Sorbet. And then I'm bringing in my Parakeet Party, which is the bright green. That's the end color. And I'm going to color the next stripe of each one. Goes a little faster each time because the stripes get smaller, right, as they go in. The arcs don't take up quite as much surface area. That's the math teacher in me talking, right? But it's true. Someone asked me if I'm regretting retiring and wishing I was going back to school, and that is an emphatic no. I'm thrilled to be doing Stampin' Up! Full time. I'm loving not being stressed about getting projects done ahead of time. It is a really good feeling, to be honest. And I do miss my friends out there. And if anything, I just miss my friends in Lincoln altogether, my team and my people. But it'll come, right? Then we're going to go with Tranquil Tide, Tahitian Tide. I always want to call it Tranquil Tide. Does any of you have that problem as well? Oh no, I hope I didn't lose you. Are you there? Okay, looks like you're there. Geez Louise, why does Stampin' Up! Facebook do that to me? It says, your live video ended. And I'm like, what? No, it did not end. So let me know if you're still out there. That always stresses me. I'm just going to keep on going with my rainbows here. If you're here, let me know. Here we go. Tempting Turquoise. That was an old color too, Chelsea. Tempting Turquoise. That's a blast from the past, huh? I think that color was around when I very first started as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So there we go. We're almost done with our Tahitian Tide. I love this blue. It's so, so pretty. There we go. Oh, I almost missed one here. Must have been in the your live has ended debacle there. Okay. Yay. And last but not least, I am doing an Orchid Oasis, and I'm just like barely shading in that inside arch there. Just to bring a little of that Orchid Oasis in to match the cardstock I'm using to put behind here. That's the nice thing about ink colors. You know they're all going to coordinate because Stampin' Up! Designs them that way. I have to say, doing this upside down can be a challenge. We need to figure out what the heck is going on there, Facebook. Okay, there we go. Those are all my rainbows, right? Super cute. Now that I have them all colored, I'm going to put my Orchid Oasis panel on the back side. Remember, this is 2.5 by 4.5, 2.5 by 4.5, and this is a smidgen less, 2 3/8 by 4 3/8. And I'm going to adhere this. Okay, to this panel. And then I put this panel on my card front with dimensionals. Thanks for joining me during your lunch hour today, guys. I love being able to come with you on Mondays. I used to, be on Monday nights, and that's because I worked all day. It's so much more relaxing to just come during the day with you. I'm sorry I missed our Zoom together last Monday night. So the 2nd and 4th Mondays of the month, I do a Zoom together, and we all get to Zoom, and I post a Zoom link, and we just stamp. That's all we do, you guys. It's no selling, no pressure, none of that. We just stamp together, talk, build a community over Zoom. That's all we're doing. Okay, so now I have this piece of that dazzling glimmer paper. I just cut a very thin strip. This is 1/2 by 3.5. And I'm just going to adhere that right there onto the front of my card. I'm going to use some Seal Plus. Seal Plus is probably the best thing here. But on this end over here, I'm going to put a dimensional so that it'll lay flat and it'll pop up against this right here. Since I already have a level up, this end is going to need a level up to, my dimensional just came off weird there. Okay. It's going to need a level up to kind of give it balance. So there we go. So I have a dimensional on one end. That dimensional end is going to be the end that goes off the side, right like that. Okay, and then I have 2 clouds. These 2 clouds came from our Little Dreamers dies from last week. I just happened to have some extras left over, and I decided to use them because I thought this could be cute with some little clouds floating over the rainbows, right? So I have the large cloud, and again, I'm going to put a dimensional on this side, put flat on this side. Thanks to my friend Monica for helping me arrange my clouds. I was struggling with how to put them on so that they would look really cute, but she helped me out with that. Thanks, Monica. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the back side of this one. And stick it right there, kind of off to the side. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I have my words, and my words say, hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. So I'm bringing out my Orchid Oasis ink. I'm trying to pull all these colors together, right? And I'm going to stamp that right in the center right here. This is a 1" by 4" strip of basic white. There we go. And I'm going to cut the ends off with my paper snips here. Or better yet, why don't I use my little mini cutting board? Oh my gosh, I just bonked you again, didn't I? Okay. flip it over, get close to that edge. There we go. I even cut upside down right there. All right. Stick with me. My last card is my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this right here above that little bling right there. And again, I'm going to add dimensionals under this end. Maybe put 2 right here. And then, oops, I don't want it down there because that's going to overlap my dazzling glimmer paper. But I am going to put flat on this side right here. How fun is that? Isn't that cute? Who would have known a little typewriter set would make such cute cards, right? Okay, so I'm going to bring in that bling again, those iridescent gems, and I'm going to scatter them around my card front. Put another one right up here. There we go. And then to finish this all off, I have some of our ink color baker's twine. And this is that Orchid Oasis color. And I'm just going to wrap it through my card front here. Cut it off here at the top. And I'm going to tie a bow right along this side edge right here. Up here at the top. So tell me something fun you did this last weekend. This next week is going to be super busy for me. I'm babysitting my grands. I'm grannying my grands. Ryan, my son-in-law, is taking Kristen on a trip for their anniversary, which is super sweet. He's had this plan for a long time, since even before we moved here. So we're watching the kids for a few days. And then my son, Carson, and his wife are coming to Midland for the first time in this weekend. So how cute is this, you guys? Do you love that? So I like this to just kind of dangle down, give it a little bit of whimsy there up in that top corner. Oh my gosh, Kim, how did you get Christmas cards done already? The Christmas catalog hasn't even come out yet. You need to hold your horses. All right, and I would probably just add a white panel in this and maybe stamp a little rainbow at the bottom. So do you guys like that one? That is card number 2. Card number 2 for this week's online card class to go. I love it. I love the bright colors. Thanks, Jackie. I like the bright colors too. I know some people aren't big on bright colors, but I love, love, love bright colors. Okay, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to show you a new little watercoloring technique. So this is our last card. This is the one that's the little gift card holder. And I can't wait to get started on this. I'm using some more of those ink colors and stuff. So let me get some things put away here so that I'm not quite so smushed for space. All right. Okay, so this is a little thank you card. Isn't that adorable? It has this copper clay ribbon wrapped around it, and inside there's a place for a gift card. I love it. I hope you love it too. So I'm going to tell you how we started this. I'm just going to put that aside for a second. I cut a piece of cardstock 5.5 by 8.5, but I scored it a little differently. I scored it at 1 inch and 5 1/4 inches. 1 inch and 5 1/4 inches, because you remember you want this width to be 4 1/4 by 5.5, right? So to create the pocket, I scored here at 1 inch, and I went down 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/4 inches, okay? Oh my goodness, it's doing it again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So hopefully you're still there. All right, and then I got my 6x6 in color paper pack, and I found a piece of the copper clay. And you know, there's all kinds of patterns in this. I think I dropped it into my bucket here. Let me show you. So it's all 5 in colors. And you get an assortment of patterns for all of you. You get some polka dots, you get some stripes, you get some hearts, you get this little tick mark design, which actually is my favorite. So I cut a piece that is 3 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And this piece is going to go on the top of my flap right here. Okay, 3 inches by 5 1/4 inches, right? Sometimes it's easier if it isn't folded to get it straight. There we go, that's fine. And then, since this is 1 inch wide, I cut a piece 3/4 of an inch wide. That gives me a nice little border all the way around. So this is 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm gonna attach that to my bottom flap right here. There we go. All right, so now I'm taking a piece of basic white, a basic white panel here, cut 4, looks like I need to cut a little smidgen off of this. It needs to be cut 4 by 5 1/4. So let me take a smidgen off, 5 1/4. That is usually what our inside white panels are, 5 1/4 by 4, typically. So I just cut a ton of my white cardstock, 5 1/4 by 4, and I have a little box here. This one must have been an anomaly. And I'm going to adhere this to the inside. But before I do that, because I'm going to put this panel down to create that gift card holder slot, I wanted to stamp some greenery all the way across the front here. So what I did is I got my little pencil and I kind of made a little mark here to kind of let me know a little bit below that flap. There we go. So I kind of knew where my flap would end, okay? I'm going to grab some garden green ink. I'm showing you several different techniques with this one that you're going to love, okay? And let me get that pad here. And I'm just stamping a border of this greenery, and it's going to just peek out of underneath that flap. It's going to bring the greenery from the front to the inside of the card. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take my card base. I'm going to place this in the inside, and look, that greenery will look like it's just popping out like from a window box or something. Okay. So I think that now I'm going to get my Seal Plus, and I'm only going to put it right on the very edges of this flap because I want the space to be in the middle to hold my gift card right there. So I'm just going to make sure that that's really nice and secure. Isn't that cool? All right. So now I'm going to grab my copper clay ribbon. And I'm using this to kind of keep that shut so that it doesn't pop open when they open the card. See how it wants to pop open like that? So I'm going to cut my copper clay ribbon. So this ribbon comes in all of the new ink colors: the Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, Copper Clay, and Pebbled Path. I'm even impressed with myself that I just got all of those remembered there. There we go. Gosh, Facebook keeps turning me off on my computer and it's stressing me out. Okay, so right here in the middle of this flap, I'm going to put a little bit of seal that's going to be covered up with the panel that we're going to create here in a minute. And I'm going to tie a bow here at the bottom. Tie it all together. There we go. That way that bow will just hold that flap down for their little gift card surprise on the inside. Okay, so this is fun what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a little watercoloring technique. I've got a panel of watercolor paper here that I cut with the 3rd largest decal die, okay? And then I have my Petal Pink ink, and I'm going to take a Jeez Louise. Well, I don't know what I did with my watercolor brush, but we will find one and we will put it to good use here. I just went and filled it up. Give me half a second, people. Oh, I'm not crazy. Here it is. All right. Sorry about that. I am taking a block and I am going to take my ink and put it directly on the block right there. Just ink it up. Then I have my watercolor pen. So this is just, we sell these in a package of 3. And it is just a container that you can put water in. And it just puts water on your paintbrush. These are called watercolor brushes. And I want you to see what I'm doing. I'm picking the ink up off the block here, making sure my brush is wet. Before I do that, I probably should have added a little water to my, but we're gonna go ahead and do that now and then so just get it nice and wet. So squeeze the canister here and just get a lot of water on there. Water, 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 water. Okay. And then you're going to pick up the ink off the block and you're just going to brush it across the front. Isn't this cool? All right. Keep going. Just add a little bit more every time. There we go. And it's just going to add a nice little wash of color. And this is watercolor paper cut with the 3rd largest decal die. Okay, and then you just let that sit. Don't try to get it dry or mess with it very much, because then it'll run and all that. So I'm going to move that off to the side. And here's one that I had already done that is dry. It takes just a few minutes to dry, but you do need to be a little bit patient with that. So I think if I was doing this on my own, I would probably do that step first, okay? And let that dry off to the side. Now I have a paper towel here that I'm going to use just to clean off that block. That's so funny. That watercolor pen is exactly where I put it. I don't know why I thought I couldn't find it, but it was there. Okay, so now I have a piece of basic white. And what I'm going to do is just start stamping this puppy up. Let me clean off my typewriter from the last thing that I did. I'm going to ink this up in copper clay. Right there. Voila, copper clay typewriter. I have my notebook paper coming out of my typewriter right here that I'm going to stamp right there. So cute, right? I am then going to stamp 2 of the flower pots. I'm going to stamp the plant in garden green, 2 of them. I'm going to stamp thank you in petal pink on my typewriter paper. Right there. And then I have a tiny little bitty paper clip that I'm going to add to the corner here in garden green. Right there. Cute, huh? All right. So then, before I put all my ink pads away, one more thing is on this piece of the watercolor paper that I've whitewashed, petal pink washed on it, I've got the little bloom that comes in the stamp set. And I'm going to stamp these blooms kind of around and off the edges. Just anywhere you want them, really. Might do one more kind of down here like that. Okay, so now all we have left to do is fussy cut these out, and it probably would have been smart for me to do that ahead of time, but it's going to be okay. So I'm going to just I'm going to show you how fast this goes. My typewriter, I just leave a little bit of white around the edges. How do you guys feel about fussy cutting? I personally do not mind fussy cutting at all. Especially simpler designs like this one. There are some harder ones that I do wish we had dies for, but we were talking to one of the DMMs, Chad Williams, came to one of my team meetings, and he said there's just not room to have dies for every single stamp set. It would just take up too many SKUs. And so they have to really pick and choose which stamp sets they want to have dies for. So this little typewriter is going to go right there in the middle. I've got 2 flower pots here. I want to show you how easy these are to just fussy cut out. Here's one. Here's another one. There we go. That one's going to go up there. And then for my greenery, I'm going to show you a little trick. I want these stems to go into my pot right here. So I'm not going to cut it off straight. I'm going to create a little flag here at the bottom of that plant. And that way, that gives me something to adhere the greenery to. So do you see how I made a little flag right there? That's going to give me a piece of cardstock that will make it easy for me to add glue to and then add it to the back of my pot. So I'm just creating like a little place to add adhesive so that that plant will definitely stay inside my pot. So here I go. I am going between the leaves, but I'm not trying to go all the way down. I'm going about halfway in, maybe. This is my favorite of all the cards, I think. I'll let you choose your favorite when we're all done. But this one I just think is fun. And sometimes I just get this creative idea and I just go with it. Okay, so because it has this little flap right here, do you see how that's going to help me adhere that to my pot right there? So I'm going to put just a touch of white glue right there. White glue, green glue. And I actually kind of like to flap this green leaf kind of over the pot there. So it looks a little more, not so, I don't know, put together, maybe. More natural. Okay, so I'm doing it again. Same thing, making a little flag at the end of those stems so it'll be easy to adhere to my pot. So if you're making comments, I'm kind of right now ignoring my computer because, so keep talking to me. I promise I'll answer your comments when I'm done. But the fact that Facebook keeps logging me out of my computer is a big distraction. So I'm just going to keep going. I know you're out there. You're giving me lots of love, lots of positive affirmations, right? I tell you what. Doing Facebook Lives is so much fun. It's one of the highlights of my whole week, but it is not for the faint of heart, for sure. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, now's a great time to join my team because demonstrators starting on Wednesday get to order out of the holiday catalog early. I still call it the holiday catalog. I think they call it the September through something catalog. September through December, but it will always be the holiday catalog to me. And I got a little too much glue on there, so I'm just going to take a scrap of white and get the excess off. I just need a tiny bit to hold this pot to the plant right there. Hold it just a second. Now I'm going to get out my dimensionals. How cute is that? Don't you love these little plants? They're just so much fun. Add a dimensional to the back side here. It's so weird that that just keeps happening. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to get my typewriter set first. Maybe put 3 on the back of that one. Once I have my typewriter set, then I'll know where I want to put my plants. So I'm going to have the typewriter going a little crooked and a little sideways and a little off the top of my card. I'm going to add this little plant kind of tucking under here. And it's okay if it goes off the sides because it'll still be on the card front. How fun is that? And then one more here. I know that you guys are probably dying to get this stamp set now that you've seen all the cute things you can do with it. So why not order it? Get some adhesives on my sale that starts this week, 20% off all adhesives. Send your order to me via email, and I will get that in for you. There we go. How cute is that? And then all I need to do, you guys, is now adhere this to the front of my card, about right there. And we have the cutest little gift card holder. Isn't that fun? And wouldn't this be such a cute little card to give someone that you're really thankful for? I have a lot of those people in my life right now. A lot of people just really poured into us when Jim's father passed away last week. So I definitely have lots of thank yous that I need to get out in the mail in the next week or so. So I'm gonna put all these dimensionals on the back side here. Remember, this is watercolor paper that I whitewashed. Is that what it's called? Watercolor washed might be a better phrase, to add that petal pink. And then I really like the look of those flowers stamped in the same color on top of it. I think that's a super fun technique that maybe you haven't ever seen before. So I hope I showed you something new. Here we go. I'm going to just overlap that flap by just a little bit right there. And then that is card number 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Boy, that was maybe a little bit longer class than usual today. I want to pull out all of these cards again that we made today. And I hope you love them all. I'm missing the blue one that I did at the very beginning. It's got to be here somewhere. Yeah, let me look. Let me look a little bit harder. Don't know. It disappeared. Oh, here it is, right here. It's always underneath something, right? Because when we do Facebook Live stuff. So here we go. Here are the 3 cards that we made today. I love all of them. I hope you love them as much as I do. And you can get this card kit with any $35 order in the next week. And remember, let's go back to that first little piece of paper that I showed you guys about the anniversary specials that are coming up over the next few weeks. This week, starting tomorrow through next Monday, is 20% all adhesives. If you want that discount, you need to email me your order. That's the only way you'll get the discount. If your order totals $35 or more, I will send you a kit to make these 3 adorable cards, but you will make 2 of each one. So let me lift my camera up here. Thank you guys for watching me today. I love coming live with you. If you love them, let me know. Tell me which one is your favorite. I think the gift card holder is my favorite, but gosh, these rainbows are pretty adorable, and this little typewriter with the flowers coming up are pretty adorable too. So let me know which one you love. Thank you for sharing and commenting. I can't wait to get maybe some cards in your hand if you win these cards for next week. And please think about participating in my 15th anniversary specials that are coming up this month. I'm so proud to be a part of this company for 15 years. God bless everyone. Like me, love me, share me, and come back next Monday to see me again. Bye-bye.